so happy to have you. I'm Miss Logan. I'm the director and coordinator of the festivities, and we can't thank you enough for being here as our audience, as our gracious, loving, wonderful audience. We have a very full 35, 40 minutes for you. We have our spoken word artists that they're exquisite, and they have written every single word that you're going to hear today. So they're not only performing, but they are the writers of their work. And then on the perimeters, we have our fine artists that have been creating a myriad of things for us, from a mural to basketballs to painting on canvas. You guys, thank you so much for listening. Hi there. Hi. Actually, this is a great example. When we start to perform, we give our artists our time, our respect, our grace, because they have created this for you, and it's also in honoring you and themselves. Yes? All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to be introducing you to Alphonso Walker Jr., who is our special guest and MC for the day. Alphonso is an extraordinary writer, performer, speaker that I've had the great pleasure of directing and creating with for a number of years. A little bit about Alphonso, who is an American actor, producer, and writer from Buffalo, New York. Alphonso holds a degree in psychology with a special interest in motivational speaking. His TV credits include Chicago PD, Law and Order, Power Book 2 Ghost, Blue Bloods, The Equalizer, East New York, and Wu-Tang, an American Saga. Alphonso currently has 2 Broadway credits that I had the great pleasure of seeing, Passover and The Skin of Our Teeth. He is pro-Black, enjoys John Coltrane, and promotes mental health advocacy with goals of inspiring the world through storytelling. And he is here with us. Alphonso Walker Jr., come on up. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? I guess the show was so good, some of y'all had to come back for a second time. I love that for us. You know, it's so crazy listening to Ms. Logan read off my credits. It's weird. I went to school actually to be a doctor. I was a pre-med major and I minored in psychology, and somehow I found art again and I changed my major, and I didn't tell my parents for a whole year until I invited them to my school to come see me do a play, which changed my life because I feel like that's when I heard God talk to me and tell me that's what I was going to do. So I didn't go to school to be a doctor anymore. I took up art. But now I get to play one on TV, so we good, and I get paid for it, so it's all good. But I just want to share that with y'all. But good morning, y'all, and welcome to the AMS for Art Showcase, Echoes of Change. Today, we celebrate the power of art to capture movements, tell stories, and simply amplify voices that shape who we are and who we are becoming. Our students have explored history, identity, and lived experience through music, spoken word, and dance and performance. And today, they bring that work to life with you. So I want to thank all of y'all for being here. I want to thank you for supporting our federal artists in advance and for honoring courage, creativity, and the voice of our students, all right? So let's let the show begin. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause for being here. That's right, brother. Good instincts. Exactly. That's a good man, Savannah. All right. Our first performer is an alumni special guest of August Martin High School and an award-winning poet whose work explores history, culture, and resilience. Join me in welcoming Valende Saeed performing an original piece titled If I Stayed in Haiti.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you. So you guys don't know me, but I am an immigrant. I came to the U.S. at the age of 7. And these last 10 years, the same question has been going over in my head. What if I stayed in Haiti? And I can't help but wonder, if I stayed in Haiti, I would not be the same. But many things would be, like my family and my name. It would be more easily pronounced, probably. But how many things wouldn't I know? How many things would be better if my mother was never faced with having to go? I think about it at least once a week when we're celebrating family traditions during the New Year. If I had stayed in Haiti and we never came to live here, would I still love literature? Would I have learned to better cook? Would I still have chased as many opportunities if I was never inspired by their hard work, if I never saw how much they took away? Would I be more confident, or would I live life insecure, and would my current life have a new, curious allure? If I had stayed in Haiti, I wouldn't know half of my friends, but maybe I wouldn't have learned that even the most important relationships sometimes ends. Everything would be different, but maybe everything would stay the same. Maybe if success was a bullseye, I could have a better aim. I think about it a lot, actually. You know, who would I be? But that version in Haiti still exists. C'est l'une des meilleures parties de moi, meaning it's the best parts of me. Thank you.
Valindi Saeed, everybody. Valindi Saeed. Like I told you before, we're happy that you're here with us and that you didn't stay in Haiti, all right? Thank you for sharing your words with us today. You thought that was funny? Oh, you got something to say? Hold on.
No, I like her.
Okay, all right, nice. She like you. Okay, cool. You can stay. All right. Poetry gives voices to experiences we never imagined living. Join me in welcoming spoken word artist Giovanni Arboa, performing an original piece titled "The Life I Thought I'd Never Be Living."
I come from a place where living meant survival, but where it also meant life. Yes, life. We left with hope, folded carefully between documents. I thought, they said this was a better one, but the homeland was a better definition of better than the one I'm leaving now. It was dangerous, yes, but my spirit felt safer. Here is calmer, but I'm not. A better life doesn't always feel better when it's not home. I wanted a life, one carried from childhood, but here, life comes second to survival. I stopped chasing what I really loved and started chasing what would hold me up. Life taught me practicality before passion, stability before dreams. I had to chase a life. And now, I'm chasing it so hard that I became a predator for success. I fear failure. I fear life. But when was the time I had to think about that? Life, they say, is better. Here is calmer, but I am not. Thank you.
Giovanni Arboa. Yeah. Oh. The unknown is sometimes scary. Sometimes we plan this thing of like thinking we know exactly what we want to do in life, and then God give us something else, and then we got to go with it. And the hard stuff comes when we try to fight that instead of just embracing it. Change is good. Change is scary, but change can be really good. Our next poet invites us to reflect on conflict, emotion, and truth. Join me in welcoming Abigail Nicely, performing her original piece titled "Caught in Your Crossfire."
What's wrong with you? Yes, you. Can't you see that I hurt too? That's the greed that comes back for more. So what was the struggle for? There's just some things that you can't see. Therefore, it disgusts me. We as people have grown to become so shallow. But what does that perception say about tomorrow? We are fractured, a piece of earth we can't mend, still in motion while yesterday's scars remain on our backs. So what does my stillness give you? Satisfaction? A right to take action? What makes you feel that entitled? Screaming at heaven for answers a soul can't predict, yet still they try. That's the embodiment of hopelessness one can't deny. The very seed we've sown, it's grown only to have its cover blown. How ironic. Not even the strongest roots held us together. Don't call me sensitive. I'm just used to the inevitable. The isolation that feeds on my indecision clearly evident. Stop trying to see through me with your insolence. One figure stands against another consumed by ignorance. Be who you are, they say. But what if my best isn't enough? The epitome of my instability. I'm calling your bluff, while still hiding behind this persona of pretense, scared to face the hidden truth. A sister grabs the hand of another, both blinded by each other. Abstracted fragments of peace fall into the river of tranquility. I can forgive. I can always forgive. But I can't forget. In contrast to my heavy heart, full of anguish to fill this silence. The story of my life, still in pieces while the world spins around. A happy ending that isn't real. There's nothing more to say, nothing more to feel. Only the inequity of discrimination that we as people have accepted. I wish I can go back. Maybe things would be different, but our perspectives on life are universal. My nightmares fuel my trepidation as I try to slow this pulse that quickens, accepting this new norm. Only in the future will we recall what has been lost. The line we drew in the sand, now crossed. I used to think that progression varies, like the choices we make. Now I'm caught in your crossfire, and there's no escape.
Yeah. Give it up for Miss Abigail Nicely. Hey, listen, give it up for Miss Abigail Nicely. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be sexist, but guys, the women are showing us up. Where the men at with the spoken word pieces? We got these strong sisters over here. We gotta have some brothers over here who got their back. Who got a piece over here? Who got it? Nobody? All right, next time I come to the school, I better see some of the young men up here too, spilling their feelings or talking about their thoughts. There's room for everybody, all right? Not just the young ladies. We gotta have some balance up in here, all right? Nice job, Abigail. Nice job.
Change. The definition remains the same. To replace, not to replicate what has already been done. And yet, as we trudge closer to that ironic closer, to the hope that was the land of the free. Change. Yet when we see bodies of those who were exposed, who our system opposed, forcing them to subside and lock our lips, compared to those who carry our taxes as change and ill intentions in their pockets, change. We ask for change, but we never know who to blame. When you see the face of another dead on the news, was it your sister? Your brother? Would you brush it off your conscience, or would the weight of solidarity shot through the ice bullet bleed heavy through your chest? Change. You know, there's something I realized about change, about the society. So constantly change the standards that do nothing but enable people who are so natured to hatred. Living off the low bar, the bare minimum of what could be. Forcing the dreamers to wake up, forcing the innovators to skip to their script, forcing me to stick to my script. Change. If we were always so focused on what lines were provided, then the back of each bus would be weighed down with black bodies whose voices were drowned out by the white man's scripts. Change. If we were always so focused on what lines were provided, I guarantee I wouldn't even know how to spell half the words that are being cited. And if we were always so focused on what lines were provided, our lines, our life, our bodies, our words, they would only count for 3/5 of what we deserve. Change. My words may not sound sophisticated or as intellectually inclined, but I'm trying to understand when we are going to draw the line through the blood of those fallen to their past mistakes, so we can make sure our blood doesn't take their place. Because they made these changes that we take for granted. So let me ask you. Let me ask you, and you. Let me ask you, what good is change if all we're left with is the same mundane, disgusting tomorrow? Thank you.
All right, Miss Nicely. Yes. Go ahead. All right, y'all. Music has always been a force for unity, reflection, and celebration. Join me in welcoming pianist Nathaniel Pass, performing Lift Every Voice and Sing, followed by A Boogies with the Hoodies, Jungle. Right? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on, Nathaniel Pash. Yo, one more time for the only brother up there representing for the brothers out here right now, Nathaniel Pash. Come on, man. Yes, 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 yes. Our next performance explores identity, belonging, and navigating multiple worlds. Join me in welcoming Suki Powell performing her original piece titled Between Two Shores.
Between two shores, Gaza mourning writhed in dust. Homes broken and soon left to rust. Families waiting for the streets to open up. We've seen cars, laughter from people walking without their feet. Instead, they are hurt, hit, dead, laying on the streets, wishing to see their families one last time before closing their eyes. Between two shores, Israel, sirens cried out loud. Bombs cradled onto the sky. People hiding, hoping not to be the next one to die. Mothers telling their children, it'll be all right. While every family carries one burning question in their minds. Will they ever survive tonight? Between two shores, the endings may not be the same. The stories could be different, but they wait for one piece to remain and hoped to save. They may be gone, lost, or found, but we all know their stories will be heard. Only time will tell between those two little shores. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Suki Powell, Between Two Shores. We got a nice little addition to the program today. Coming back to the stage, we have the school safety officer, Miss Ann DeFreitas, with her poem, I'm Black. Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I'm black. Does that make you dislike what you see? The chocolate on my skin, my soul within? Sometimes y'all wonder, why do we look the way we look? Why do we dress the way we dress? That's because we never had a time to rest. All they did was keep us locked up, stressed, depressed, wonder why we have big breasts. They wonder. They claim we don't know how to behave, so they kept us as slaves, chained us, beat us, until we was in pain. You might say I'm insane for all the things I say. But can I help it if we prayed for another day to go by without us cry? Please, I don't want to die. Today or any day, let it go by. They say we have curly afros, naps, taps. Yeah, you want to get slapped for talking to me like you all that? Don't underestimate the color that blinds you, that can wine and dine you. We'll overcome, and when we do, hey yo, don't run, I'll catch you.
Yeah. One more time for School Safety Officer Miss Andy Freitas. Yeah. Listen, she just got up in here on a whim, all right? She saw the other performers going, and she said, you know what, that touched my heart. I want to say something too. And she wrote that when she was in high school, when she was your age. Not too long ago, right? Exactly. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's on my heart right now. It is okay to feel your feelings, all right? It is okay to be vulnerable. You don't got to worry about what your man's next to you thinking about you. You got to think for yourself, all right? Use your own brain, use your 2 feet, your 2 hands to do what you got to do. Don't worry about what the next man or what the next woman is doing, all right? Because there's always going to be somebody to compare your journey to, but that is where you mess up at. Yours is yours to follow for yourself, okay? And y'all can do anything y'all want to. With that said, we've been using our voices for a while, but I want y'all to know movement is also something when we get inside of our bodies, how it could bring us to our present. Movement can speak when words fall short. Join me in welcoming the Lady Lions dance team performing Movements and Sound, a creative and powerful expression of determination and unity. Welcome the Lady. Okay, step team.
Every voice is important, and every dream matters. When we come together as a confident team, we could use the materials to create a team that starts.
That's the step team, y'all, not the dance team.